People of the Purple Butterfly here, otherwise known as People of Seven on Blue Sky and YouTube, people elsewhere on the internet. My soaps located at purplebutterfly-soaps.myshopify.com, my blog, purplebutterfly-people.blogspot.com. And I've been sick. On the last day of November, I felt a little off and kind of like nausea, but oh, I gotta go potty. So when I went to stand up, I threw up. And yeah, that continued for most of the night. A one, a two, a three. My body said 3 exits, no waiting. And ew. So by the first, I basically became dehydrated. I was still not keeping anything down and still not keeping anything in. Everything was trying to find its exit. My daughter called me and said, "Hey, Mom," and I'm not real sure what I said to her, but she made her way to my house, called her sister, and also came to my house. I don't remember that. I don't even think I'm the one to open the door. I think maintenance did that as a wellness check. And whatever they saw when they walked into my room, they decided to call 911. So EMS came here, decided to check my sugar level, asked me questions, took my blood pressure, then took me to the hospital. The wrong hospital. I go to UC Health because that's where all my doctors are. I have a blood disorder. My hemo was there. My primary is there. All the equipment is there. UC Health also has a stroke center, a stroke bus. If you have a stroke, they send a specialized ambulance for you and they treat you on the way to the hospital, so forth, so on. And I'm a stroke patient. So imagine my surprise when they sent me to Good Sam, which is a good hospital from what I understand, but that's not the hospital I go to. But apparently it's the closest to my house, so that's where they sent me. And I gotta tell you, I have a new respect for nurses. I mean, I know they're caring and compassionate, but there's more to it than that. Like I said, I had a stomach virus. My body was saying, every exit, get out. My nose, my mouth, throw up, spit up, snot, poop, pee, everything. They put a portable toilet next to the hospital bed, and basically, you get self-conscious like, I don't want to do this in front of these people, but your body is saying you're going to do it in front of these people. So the nurse's assistant, he was male and gender, so he left the room. They weren't sure I was going to be stable on my feet, so they helped me to the portable potty. And then, yeah, you do what you do, you wipe off and everything, and then they removed the yuck and cleaned it up or whatever, and then brought in another bowl for the next round. I don't know how nurses have the strength to do that. I couldn't. And it was mine. Just, no. I clean up mine because I have to. But a nurse will clean up yours and any patient they're dealing with because it's part of their job and they have compassion for people. Okay, I'm a mom of 3, a grandmom of 4, and I have changed every one of their diapers. And if it wasn't for the fact that it's a baby, I probably would have had an attitude about it, like, no. When mom had her issues, she got sick, she had dementia, I cleaned her up and everything. But that's my mom, you know. But a stranger, I'm not the one. Just no. Nurses everywhere, I respect y'all. I don't know how you do it. I don't think I had the stomach to do it. And the compassion. And then, even though this was happening to me, no one was being condescending or, with the face that I was making myself. No one did that. You know, compassionate people. Gotta love nurses. In the meantime, they gave me fluids, and when apparently I seemed more in my right mind, they checked my levels and everything, and then they sent me home. And I found out if you go to the hospital in an ambulance, they see you home in an ambulance just without the lights. But they gave me undansetron. I know for a fact I said that wrong. It's an anti-emetic. And they gave me cy Cyclamine. It's in the other room and I'm not getting up, which is apparently for irritable bowel syndrome, even though I don't have that, but they figure it will slow down the issue I had with the stomach bug, because it basically might cause constipation. I had 2 days of everything exiting, whether I wanted it to or not, so I got no problem with, a break on that. So, yeah, it did stop the flow of things. It didn't constipate me. And I had to take it 3 times a day for, well, there was 30 of them, so basically that's over a week. um, this morning I felt a little nauseous and I felt hungry. I had a boost, so I went over there, grabbed it, drank it. I figured that'd calm my stomach down, I don't have to worry about it. And then I felt like I was going to throw up. So either I'm reacting to the dairy or the medicine and the dairy, or the stomach bug is back or whatever. But yeah, I immediately came and got one of those odestrans or unandestran, this stuff, ondansetron. I'm probably gonna mispronounce that again in a minute, but that stopped me from spitting up. I called my doctor at that point and basically said, uh, this just has to run its course. Keep staying on the medicine, and if you're not better in a week, or if it gets worse in a couple of days, you're going to have to come back in. Okay, fine. In the meantime, rest. I have been resting for a week. I'm bored now. It's like, okay, I've rested. I'm hydrated because she told me to stay hydrated. And sitting here watching TV, don't make soap, don't do this, don't do anything strenuous, don't lift anything. Okay, that basically leaves take a nap. And I've taken so many naps that I can't actually go to sleep right now. So I got the TV on, I got my Sega plugged up, I got to Marble Zone 3 when my hands started cramping up, so I hit pause and it's waiting for me to get back to it. But yeah, you're now up to date. Um, I basically told everybody in Biggins group, I'm lurking because I don't feel well, so forth, so on. And surprise, I got so many messages and emails, and I figured, let me give these people an update because apparently they're worried about me. And I don't take that for granted. It's like I live my life, things happen. I have a blood disorder. I am a former stroke patient, which means if I get a headache, I have to have that checked out. If this goes on, I have to have it checked out. I'm diabetic. So basically, you do what you're supposed to do, and it becomes normal to you, so you don't think anything of it when somebody goes, oh, Mom, you don't look good. You're going to the hospital. What are you talking about? I agree. You're going to the hospital. It's like, okay, they're not going to let this go. And then the EMT people came. They didn't let it go, so they sent me to the hospital. So, you get home and you're going, okay, I'm just going to take my medicine, drink this juice, and go to sleep. And you start the next day going on with your life as normal as possible. And you go to your email or whatever, and here's 14 messages going, how are you? Can we get an update? Are you okay? And then in my DMs, hey Kay, check in. We need to know how you're doing, so forth. And it's like, wow. Translation, I'm loved. I'm not going to take that for granted. But it's like with the family, I sent a broadcast message letting everybody know that everything's okay. And then with my friends, I basically typed out a statement, copied, and then sent each individual, because that was just simply faster than answering 62 DMs and 14 emails. So, yeah. And I get this heartburn like feeling. I'm assuming that's from the medicine because I just took it 15 minutes ago. But I don't feel like I'm going to throw up, which is why I took that medicine to keep from, yeah. I'm not getting into details on that because I've already did, and y'all don't want the gory details of that. But great respect for nurses. Yeah, because y'all don't have to do what y'all do, and y'all certainly don't have to do it with compassion and a straight face, but y'all do it anyway. I can't do that. It's like just a description of what I went through has my face on it. I couldn't do it. And then smells. I react to scents. I mean, I make soap, everything smells nice, but when it comes to certain bodily functions and scents and odors, my face will be permanently like that. And a nurse will be like, it's okay, don't worry about it. See this every day. you know, which actually made me feel better, but oddly enough, it removed the embarrassment. Like, oh, it's just a bodily function, don't worry about it. It's like, yeah, it's my bodily function, and I'm still going, ugh. So I have great respect for nurses. Yes. In the meantime, you're now up to date. I want candy. I'm not allowed to have that right now. So I'm going to settle for coffee that has a little vanilla in it. And coffee is also how I know I'm doing good because for some reason when I feel sick or stomach bug or any kind of illness, coffee doesn't stay down when that kind of thing is going on. I've kept down 2 cups of coffee so far, and I'm finna make another one because that cup was almost empty. Anyway, this has been People of 7 on Blue Sky, YouTube, People elsewhere on the internet. My soaps located at PurpleButterfly-soaps.myshopify.com. My blog, PurpleButterfly-people.blogspot.com. Y'all stay blessed, stay tuned. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and hit that like button. And yes, I'm wearing pajamas. I'm not messing up my good clothes if I get sick again. Plus, basically, doctor grounded me for a week and said rest. I'm not going to go to sleep in my street clothes and, you know, sweat them up and all that because that's another symptom of the stomach virus. I was perspiring like you wouldn't believe. My nose was running. I was throwing up. Everything was saying 3 X's, no waiting. No, 5 X's, no waiting. Hey, sweat. You know, stuff was coming out of my eyes, my ears, my nose, my mouth, everything. So, yeah. This is my, I feel sick, but this makes me feel better shirt. It's like, look, is pink leopard. I like leopard print. I like pink. I found this. But anyway, this has been People. That was so much, too much information. But anyway, you're now up to date. Like, comment, share, subscribe, hit the like button. Bye now.